Hi, welcome back to Tony's Top Tips Workshop. It's been a while since I've done a video, but this is an actual unboxing. I don't normally do unboxings, but I felt I need to do this. In fact, I have two to do. The first one is for the Genmitsu Shipoko LC40 Sainsmart, and it's the 10 watt. Which is there's no reviews really out there on the 10 watt because they're supposed to have made some improvements to it, to the LC40, which was the 5.5 watt, and I thought I'd purchase it, do an unboxing, and then see where we go from there. So let's get into the box. Well, it comes well packaged, I must admit. Do it this way around. It's not polystyrene, it's like a foam, so it's quite well packaged. There's no damage to any of the boxing. One instruction manual. Now that's how it comes packed. You can see that it's really well looks to be really well finished off, well put together. From all what the reviews have said on the 5.5 watt, there's some niggly points about that one, that this is supposed to have had the improvements, or some of the improvements. Now, I must admit that this is the second one I've had of the 10 watt machines. The first one, and this is one of the reasons why I've gone with Sainsmart, is their after sales service is second to none. It is really good. Backup service if you've got any problems. With the first unit, I had an issue that one of the left-hand y-axis linear rails, there was a fault with it. I just emailed Sainsmart. They got back to me within about a day. Obviously crossover time and that, but they got back to me and said, we're sorry to hear about your problems, we'll replace your unit, and sure enough they've replaced it, and this is it. The other one was like this, really well packaged, as I say, no damage, and it was just one of them faults that's, you know, you don't know until you actually use the machine. But anyway, let's take some more stuff out. That's a toolbox. Let's see what's in here. In fact, I'll use the foam just to show you. Looks like a marker pen, a couple of Allen keys, a couple of pieces of, I don't know, it's test card or thin plywood, I don't know, and a brush and a USB stick. Put that down there. Then you have a USB cable, and you have the two coiled cables that actually are attached to them, the y-axis from the motherboard at the back, and one to the x-axis. There was supposed to be an improvement on one of these, which is the x-axis one. It's supposed to be a little bit longer. I don't know about that, and the clips the clips that hold the cable into the machine, there were a lot of people were complaining about they're a little bit tight, so we'll see about that. Clips, cable clips, and one with a self-adhesive one. Presume that's for the back of the that's obviously the cable holder for the back of the laser module on the back of it. A little cable, and lots of different screws, and they're all labelled S5s, S6, S10s, S7s, so pretty well labelled, so we shouldn't have a problem with that. I'll leave the little cables out on that because we'll be using those. Put that there. Finish with that now. This is the 10-watt laser module. That's the 10-watt laser module, and I have noticed with this one, this machine is on the laser module, the knob was supposed to be, the adjustment knob for the rise and fall of the laser module was supposed to be enlarged a little bit on this one, but I wouldn't know, it doesn't look to have been, but I mean it's easy enough to get hold of and operate, so doesn't seem to be a problem with that. What I have noticed is that on this particular one, the 10-watt one, I believe on the 5.5 watt it was side mounted, so the laser unit was like that, with the front on this side. From what I've seen on the other YouTube videos, I don't know, it looks pretty well made. Fan on the top obviously, and that's not only for cooling, but it also works as a built-in air assist, and I don't know if you can see that, but you can just see the metal. That's the back side, so it's actually like that, and if you can see, there's, is that close enough? You can see that the laser lens there, and there's two metal plates deflecting the air that's passed from the fan down, so it has a positive air assist really. How good that works, I don't know, we shall see. Yeah. These are the y-axis. X-axis. This is your normal standard brick, as I call them, power supply. So you can see that. What we're using that at the moment. So I'll pop that there. There should be two connecting rails. Right, now that's the back part of the frame itself. You can see the on and off switch, reset switch, rather repeat switch, but you also use it for flashing the firmware. USB if you want to connect a rotary in it, and that's the USB connector to the PC. That's obviously your power in. That one is a type C USB for one of the cables, which goes around to the y-axis side mount, and that's the motherboard. Slim, well compact, and this is all aluminium. It's all metal. It's really well finished off. There's no rough parts of it. I have the X1 D1 downstairs in the workshop. I'm having to do this upstairs for it because it's an unboxing, but I have the D1 and that's pretty well made. But if I had to say between the two, this feels better made, and the X1's pretty good. This feels heavier, and what's more, I'll show you underneath. There are the linear rails. You can see those. Have some cardboard to take out. Now you can see the little red stopper there. That's like a silicone stopper that pulls out. You take them out eventually, but when you've actually built the frame, that's when they come in to use, and I'll show you that later on when you start putting it together. So that's the back one, and we should have another one there. That's the front one, and as you can see, virtually the same as the back, except it's got the name on Genmitsu, but there's nothing in that one. So, and that's all that we have in the box. So let's put that down there. These are cardboard sleeves. These just pull out like that. Just hold the arm back and we'll pull it out. Right, so that's basically how it goes. And that one in there. I don't know if you can see that. Can you just move the camera a bit? You can just tip this down now, so don't want to see my face. Right, that's that one there. Oh, right. What we'll do is we'll go through it step by step. Get a little tray for the screws. It's really my first unboxing of this. As I say, I've got another one to do because when I received this, I ordered the Sainsmart Genmitsu, and it's a new 4040 CNC. There's just one review out at the moment on that one. That's a French chap that's doing it, so that'll be interesting. I should be doing that in the next couple of days. Right, one manual, and as you can see, step by step instructions, contents, what you should have, and how to put it together. So it's quite a well informed manual. It's quite thick, which I like. But as I say, I can't say enough about the after sale service. It's been superb. Said they were sending another one replacement. I'm sorry to hear about it, and lo and behold, it arrived yesterday. So got the first set up, which is attaching the modules to the stepper motors. What I'm going to do is use a bit of the foam. Now on here you can see there's two cables, black one and a white one. The black one is the stepper motor. I believe that will be for the must be for the end stops, because this machine has end stops on. I'll show you those when I get around to seeing them. You can just see in there at the end of that there's a little, it might be difficult to see, there's a little rail. There's the linear rail and then there's a little white dot. That's a micro switch, which I presume this is what that cable's for. And the other one's on the, can't mistake that one. That is a red stop. You see it, a little red button. That's for your X-axis. So right, we'll put this one up. On the first model, the complaints were that they were a bit fiddly with the cables to connect up. Well, the videos they were saying that they actually have been giving extra ones in case you lose them, so which is pretty good. Get the Allen keys out. Go back to connecting the little white cables. I'll show you that. See the little cable there? There's a white plug and a black plug, and then you simply push the cables in, and then it back slides down, as you can see there. It's straightforward enough. And of course, you want to put these in, just put them in enough to hold the unit in, the two together, and then you must square the frame up. I use a tape measure from corner to corner before I put the X-axis gantry on. So I've done that one. Down this way. Right, the next one, put the front one on. It's the same again, except there's no cables to put on this one. They just slot together. the Allen key has like a Phillips on the end of it, and and the Allen on the other side, but where the Phillips screw, the crosshead screwdriver part is on one end, it still enables you to put the screws in. It still works as an Allen key. So it's it's really well made, and I'm liking this as good, if not better, than the D1, because I had one or two problems with the D1 at the X2, and it took a bit of time for them to reach back in touch with me and for the problems that I had, but can't fault this company, definitely not. This is the other one. I'll do it this way around because there is in fact I'll do it this way and then you can see, I'll put it on the end. There's another little plug in there. And then turn it over. That one just pushes back in, and then that one in there, that one in there. Just simply turn it over, and you can see that enables you to put the other two in. Yeah, I've not. I've been on YouTube to actually look for videos on this, the 10 watt one, and there isn't any really. So I'm hoping this is going to help some. There were, I think, some of the modifications on the people requesting. Well, when they put the X gantry on, it's the two screws that hold one side onto the Y axis rail is they're quite fiddly to get in, so we'll see if they've changed that. That's it put together, 8 screws. That's just for the frame. So I'll get my tape measure and I'll show you how I check for squareness. And I just go corner to corner. That's 735. And 736. So that's just a little bit that way. So tighten this up now. You don't need swinging on. It's just need nipping, and I'll just check it for squareness again. Make sure nothing's moved. That's fine as that. Right, now remember at the beginning of the video I spoke to you as regards, in fact I'm going to just lift the legs a bit. I spoke to you as regards the 2 rubber stops that's in the each y-axis linear rail. Well, this is where they come in, because, turn it round for you so you can see. Not that you can see those, but there, the little red linear button. Well, that it's just a button pull out, but it's quite a firm one. So you slide these up to that, both sides. Obviously, that's turned round, but that's where you make sure that when you put those up, that those are square. Then when you tighten them up, they're in exactly the same position, opposite, square to one another. And that's, you know, I don't know whether the other actual 5.5 watt one had those in, but you just push them up and then get your x-axis, and then that just needs securing in there. Now this is where that other little cable comes in. That one. This is a link cable between, I presume for the end stops, there's only 2 contacts on it. So now on the original 5.5 watt, these are secure from underneath. The 2, as you can see there, I'll point them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a locating lug on each one. That's there. Now I believe on the other ones you actually had to fit them in from the front, and they're quite fiddly. So they've obviously changed that. But as I know, I keep saying it, but it is really well put together. Pop that in. That's that cable in. And then the white cable just simply connects in there. That's in. Then that one, this might be the fiddly one. There is always one fiddly one, I find. And that's that one in. And you just make sure that there is a little dimple or a little cutout in the axis for the cable just to go in. Now I think this is where the fiddly bit comes in. This is it, that's it. We're in. So that's in. And if you look, and then from the other side you can see the screws. Two. These, I believe, the S7s. Let's have a look. S7s, and believe it or not, you need 4. There's 5 of these as well. Before we tighten, you just put these in and just gently tighten them until I'll show you why. Right, slide them down now, pull that into the middle, and you actually slide each axis down until the rubber stop hits the y-axis. Once you've done that, you can then tighten that, hold it in place, that is it, put together. They're not right there. Yeah, what's the problem there is one of the rubber stops is in the wrong hole. Now that's not me, that's Sainsmart. That's why I noticed that it was slightly at one angle. So I've undone them now. Again. That's that one at this time. No. That's better. You can feel them up against the stops. This one were in number 11, this one were in number 12. And that's why it's not a thing that I should have had to have checked, but it seems to be yeah, lovely and smooth. Pop the spare one back in, because no doubt it's there for a reason. I'm just going to take the rubber sockets out now. That's all they are. Little rubber sock. There we go. Nearly lost one there. Look how easy that moves. Lovely and smooth. Right, next step is fitting the head. Right, I'm going to turn this round because they fit from this side. So take this off. That just slides out, and you can see it's like a dovetail. This end is 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're mounting in the countersunk holes on the back of this unit. Screws we need are spring washers N6, screw S10, which will be, and I'm watching that in, we have extras of these. Oops. Yeah. Spring washer. One plate. See, don't tighten them up at first, it's just nipping them just to hold them there. Yeah, I mean the X2 D1 is you can't fault the machine, but considering that this is, I think, cosmetically and the finish wise and the build quality, I think's on par, if not a little bit. I would prefer it a little bit better than the X2. But you're talking about a machine that's half the price virtually for a 10 watt. That's got to be a serious saving, because the X2 is not a cheap item. Then that is your laser, and then that's just locked on. Oh, smoothness on that. Yeah, and again, one left over. I mean, a lot of companies don't give you enough. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the cable in. See if I can get so you can get a better shot of that cabling. Now obviously they're different cables, but like I said before, the quality, you can feel the quality in these. I mean, the X tool, I have a cable that runs here underneath, and sometimes you've got to be careful with it due to the fact that it can snag on the honeycomb. Yeah, it works, but these are far superior. Why X tool never did anything like this, God only knows. Right, this, we can't mistake this because it's got a laser clip, which one goes where. But if you look on the y-axis rail, you can see there it's marked comms 1, comms 2, and on the thing that's comms 2. So that one fits in there, and then that slots in on top of your laser head. Now this is where people are saying that the clips were quite hard to pop in. We'll soon find out. I don't think we'll have extra ones of these, but there you go. Now you can see the clip. It's hooked to either end and the cable goes in between, and the reason why it has to be tightened the cable is if that was just it wouldn't hold in. You need the force to push against the clip's outer hooks in order to hold it in the hole. So we'll see how easy they go in. Well, can't complain about that. That oh no, this cable management knocks the so as we say in Yorkshire, knocks the spots off. The X tool, yeah. Oh, that is an incredibly smart piece of thinking on that. They said they made this slightly longer as well. Well, I don't know because I didn't have the 5.5 watt, but we shall soon find out. Right, sticky label one. That's that one. I believe it's, yeah, SC. Well, there are more problems getting in bags. Well, they give you an extra screw as well for this one. That is a hook over one, so you need the screwdriver. Make it all. Yeah, you need to make a hole through the sticky surface, in other words, because otherwise it won't adhere to it. And put the screw through. I'll just show you that. See that there? That's all. Just one last clip to put in. Just to hook that through. And then another clip goes in here. I think this is the fiddly one. There we are. Done. Make sure you can get the cable out if you have to disconnect it. So yeah, look at that, the cable management. As I say, half the price of X-Tool. This goes into kit comes one around the back, and that's how that goes. See there, one more clip left. That goes in there. That's it. And then just one on the side. You see that? So, there we go. Show you that. Cable management. That's the laser unit built. Yeah, impressed. I can't say much more than that, but I have noticed that there's no electrical supply connected to this unit whatsoever. And on top of the laser unit, laser head, there's a fan and a little red light. And when I move that, I'll move that little LED light, and the fan goes on. Strange phenomenon, but obviously it must be generating by just moving the stepper motors backwards and forwards. It must be generating a current enough to put the fan round. I can only suggest that lot. Obviously the homing is to the left front side. Everything goes, X goes to there, hits the stop, and then it hits the micro switch in here. So right, that concludes the unboxing and build. Oh, forgot to mention that. And same as on the other units, you can see that. I'll just pull it out. That's your focusing spacer, and it's 5mm spacer. You can't lose it because it clips in. Yeah. I would say there's about £4–5 there, maybe £6 if that. It's firm and it is really solid. And obviously if you need to tension the belts, then you get into it on the, you take the caps out and the feet off, and you get to the pulley, which is in either end. But I've got to admit, the belts are pretty much tension right. I'm not going to touch them. The next bit of video I'll probably do is just showing you working from the app. Plug the unit in and show you working from the app. But so till then, I'll say bye, and I'll follow up with another video with the hope, not promising that it works as good as it's built, and then we'll go from there. So till next time, bye for now.